In this video, we're going to take a look at how to solve a two-step equation. The very first step will always be to add or subtract the constant value, not the variable. And then the second step will be to multiply or divide by the value by the variable. Let's look at an example of this. And so let's take the first example. 5 minus 4x equals negative 11. So my first step will be to add or subtract the number not by the variable, the constant. So in this case, I'm going to look at the 5 because it's not attached to the x. So if I look at it, I have 5, I have negative 4x, and I have negative 11. I always want to start on the same side as the variable, but I want to look at the number by itself. So I'm going to subtract 5 from each side, because in this case the 5 is positive, so by subtracting I have one of each sign. I need to think about the equation as sort of the dividing line. So if I have minus 5 on this side, I also have to subtract 5 from this side. So the 5's will cancel. I'm left with just negative 4x on the left side, and that's going to equal negative 11 minus 5, which is negative 16. So then I have negative 4 times x. I have a one-step equation. So to undo this, I'm going to divide by negative 4 on both sides. The negative 4's will cancel, leaving me with just one x. Negative 16 minus 4, negative 16 divided by negative 4 just will give me a positive 4. And I can always check my answer. What is 5 minus 4 times 4? So I do multiplication first. I get 5 minus 16, which is negative 11. In this case, it equals negative 11, which is what I wanted, so it checks. My solution is x equals 4. Another example, this time with decimals. 1.9x minus 2.5 is equal to 1.3. Once again, think about kind of the dividing line. To undo subtracting by 2.5, I'm going to add 2.5 to both sides. These will cancel out, leave me with just 1.9x is going to equal 3.8. To undo x being multiplied by 1.9, I'm going to divide by 1.9 on both sides. So I'm left with x equaling 2. So once again, I can do the check. Does 1.9 times 2 minus 2.5 equal 1.3? So I get 3.8 minus 2.5, so I get 1.3. So this would check. One last example, when I have x being divided by 5, subtracting 2 equaling negative 3. So my first step will be to add 2 to both sides, the equation, once again thinking about the two different sides. The negative 2 and the adding 2 will cancel, leaving with x divided by 5 equals negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1. Now since I have the x being divided by 5, to undo this, I'm going to multiply both sides by 5. Leaving with just x is going to equal negative 1 times 5, which is going to be negative 5. So I get my answer. Once again, I can check. Does negative 5 divided by 5 subtract 2? Negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1, minus 2 is indeed negative 3. So that checks. Hope this has been helpful.